Namaste. Thank you for joining. So today I gave the theme giving. So let's see, talking about that. It's one of the yoga philosophy. Yoga's philosophy is called Asteya. So Asteya is meaning is non-stealing. So this is a great teaching. Non-stealing is actually, we think about, materials and things to steal, but this is not only that. So stealing is, it's like our mind and our, heart or our emotions. So just I want to read this in a book. The Asteya means non-stealing. This includes not wishing to have what another has. Okay. So, we always kind of compete with others unknowingly. That's the world we were born into. But envy or jealousy to what other people has, and I wish we have, right? So sometimes we have a hard time celebrating that somebody's, goodwill or the happiness or joy. So behind the stealing is desire or want. Behind the desire or want is a sense of not being good enough or somehow lacking. So there is a judgment and a comparing yourself to with others. So it is so important to recognize that we already exist in a state of wholeness. So we have already everything. So that Dalai Lama is, Tibetan, the highest monk. The recommendation to those who acknowledge having negative thought is to reverse the thought into a positive. When faced with the desire to take and do the opposite, which is give, possibly preceding that action is practicing being and having plenty. We give ourselves the gift of being with life as it is. So in that says, let's close our eyes and settle into our seat and notice how our body touch to the ground. And notice your legs and feet resting. And notice our spine is lengthening vertically, and on top of that is your head. Then crown of your head reaching to the sky. Now with our inhalation, open our chest. And I exhale through the nose. Relax our shoulders. Now let's continue our breath through the nose and settling into this moment and this space wherever you are. So reversing practice that the Dalai Lama mentioned. And also we have a practice, this one, it's called Tonglen practice. So Tonglen practice is to taking in the suffering of others, then we are sending out the peace or the things that other people need. Maybe compassion or maybe ease and comfort. So let's do Tonglen practice. So on your inhalation, imagine the particular people, your loved one, maybe particular group, in particular country or place. Then on our exhalation, relax and soften with compassion. And inhale the pain and suffering of others, those people that you pictured. Then on our exhalation, the wish to send the relief and comfort to those people or to the place that you visualize. And inhale, taking the suffering, difficulty of that country or people. And exhale with compassion, sending a wish to those people, relief, space, joy. And continue. Also, it's helpful to visualize the darkness and heaviness on inhalation, and exhaling the light and the warmth and brightness. You might imagine of taking the black or heavy like oil, and on your exhalation, white color like water, clear water. It can be the air like inhalation to taking the smoke or gray or black smoke. And on your exhalation, imagine the clear air out. You might imagine the tree. The tree is taking the carbon dioxide into their body. Then on our exhalation, imagine that the tree is producing the oxygen and providing to the all beings living life. So that's beneficial for us and animals. So without that oxygen, we cannot live. Like becoming that tree. So just a being that we are able to practice giving service to others. And feel more breath. The next inhalation, let's stretch our hands out and up. And exhale, bring our palms together to heart center. You might bow your head to set your intention or dedication prayer for today. And slowly open our eyes. Okay, so let's come to the ground. Lie down, please, on a mat. Oh, I didn't mention today, but you might have a belt and a block today. Then hug our knee to the chest and roll side to side a few times. Just relax our back. Then when you are ready, bring your feet down to the ground. Then dropping your knees light, and then left a few times. So when you drop your knees to the side, so what are the parts of the body has a movement or you are creating a movement. Just noticing the body parts. And maybe some part is beneficial. Releasing our lower back maybe. Then maybe finding the length to the side of the body and maybe side of the rib cage. And the movement to our belly. I'm just noticing how it moves today and how it feels. Then gradually releasing and bring our right knee towards your chest. Then gradually straighten your left leg. Then move your right knee in and out a few times. Then feel the length. So your left leg is long, right? So your hip joint, you might feel the hip joint of left side opens. The right inner groin opens. Then you might use the belt, connecting the belt on your right foot and gradually straighten your right leg out. Then find the openness to the inner leg. Then if you push your heels out, you might feel to the Achilles tendon and the foot arch. And using the belt helps to relax our shoulder. Okay. Then gradually bring it to the center and move your right leg to the left side. So you might keep your knees bent or you might stretch your leg as you like. So now we are opening the outer leg. Now you might do twist. Spread our right arm out. And then gradually coming back to center. Okay, so let's do the other side. So you can use the belt already. Left knee towards the chest, connecting the left foot and the belt. Then right leg gradually straighten. And then move your knees, left knee in and out a few times. And feel the openness to the front of your right hip joint. Okay. Then when you are ready, stretch your left leg out. So stretching the inner leg. Make sure to let your shoulder blade down and head down. Keep your neck long. Okay. Now when you are ready, move your left leg to the right side and let's twist. Then find the openness to the outer left hip and left leg. And spread our left hand out and open the chest. Okay. Then gradually coming back to center. You might let go the belt here now. Now let's come to happy baby. Open your knees wide, bend your and grab your feet or ankles and gently roll side to side. Happy baby. Okay, then when you are ready, roll on to one side, and then coming up to the tabletop. Palms under the shoulder, knees under the hip. And opening our fingers wide and tuck our toes under. And make sure to open your toes, fingers wide for the springtime. And then straight our right leg and both of the right foot to the mat and push your right heel back and down. So we are stretching the back of the right leg. If this is too much, you can always bring your forearm down. Or you can place the block, 2 block, under your palms. Okay, keep stretching that hamstring and a calf. If you like, you might lift your left knee off the ground. One more breath. Okay, then left knee come to the ground, the left foot outside of the mat, right hand to the sky. And open our chest. Fingers wide and lifting, gazing up. Then let's make a big circle with your right arm. As you move your right hand, notice where you might find a good stretch. And change the direction of the circle. And then slowly releasing. And tabletop. Then stretch the left leg back and both of the foot come to the ground. And push your right, sorry, left heel back and down. And you might bring your right knee off the ground using the core. Then stretch the Achilles tendon, calf, and hamstring. Back of the knees. Last breath. And then exhale. Let's move our right foot outside of the mat. Spin our left heel. Left hand to the sky open. Open our left fingers wide. Then move our left arm over the head and gradually feel the openness to the chest and side of the body. Then slow and big circle with your arm, opening our shoulder. Then changing the direction. Okay, then release. Come to child pose, knee down. Then pull our hips back, sitting down towards your heel. Then rotate your arm, palm is facing up. Then make a fist squeeze. On our exhalation, let it go. Make a fist squeeze. On our exhalation, let go. Relax our wrist and fingers. Okay, then gradually coming up to tabletop, please. So we're gonna twist. Inhale, right hand to the sky, looking up. And on our exhalation, this right hand goes under the body, reach to the left side. So your right ear, shoulder to the ground. Make sure to feel the good pressure to the right temple bones, where sometimes we accumulate a lot of tension there. And then reach our left hand forward if you're comfortable. Then make a fist with your right hand. Then on our exhalation, let go of the tension. Make a fist a few times. And on our exhalation, relax your fingers, let it go. And this is a great for the sinus blockage or the headache or migraine. All right. Then we're gonna gradually coming out from this pose, but take your time. So first, bring your left palm close to your face, then gradually lifting up. We are coming out from great twist on the spine, so want to be careful. Then right hand slowly go up. Then if you can reach up, please do so. If not happening, that is okay. Okay, then other side, the left hand to the sky open. And then on our exhalation, reach our hands to the right side. Then left ear, shoulder to the ground. So find the openness between the shoulder blade. The nice pressure to the temple bone. Then right hand reach forward. So this time of the year, most likely I have a sinus blockage. Right now I do. So my face is a little bit painful, and this is a really great one to practice when such a situation. Then make a fist with your left hand, squeeze. On our exhalation, let it go. Then few times. So when you let it go, we relax our face, relax our head, and joint and a muscle. All right, very good. Then let's slowly bringing our right hand close by. Then we're gonna come out from this pose, but take your time. Then gradually releasing, and left hand goes up. And then exhale. Let's come to tabletop. Then it's called puppy pose. So you might tuck your toes under, then keep your hips high and spread our arms forward, chin down to the mat. So it's hyperextending your lower back, a little bit arching your back, maybe chest down, or maybe just forehead down or chin down, you decide. So again, this is a great teaching that we tendency that we worry how we looks like in yoga practice to others. What's more important is that this is our practice. So we are not comparing with others. So Asteya, that non-stealing. No judgment, no critiques to yourself. Just trust yourself. We have everything, but we are working with our body, mind, how it works. So by moving our body, it's an experiment to find it. What's the comfortable place for us? All right. Then gradually rising up. So that being said, that just how you like to practice. Okay, tuck our toes under, gradually lifting our hips to downward facing dog. And head down. And you might bend your knees, right, then left. And we want to gradually walking our feet forward towards our hand. Then let's bend forward. Grab your elbows. Maybe bend your knees to rest your belly onto your thigh. And however you like to be in this pose. Then swing side to side, maybe. All right. Then let go your hands, slowly rising up. And then standing up. Feet is hip distance apart. Let's do breath of joy. So breath of joy is, we've been practicing this, but inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. So make it your own practice. So how you like to move your hands. My important part is say hi and let go the tension. That's healing and energizing. Few more rounds. And when you are done, gradually back to center. And the feet is more apart, wider, and toe little point forward, pointing to the side. Then swing our hands and lap our hands around our waistline and tapping our lower back and tapping your lower belly. And relax your shoulders. And you might incorporate Kapalabhati, forceful exhalation through the nose. So exhale, exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gradually back to center. All right. So let's come to standing in front of the mat, please, and bring our feet together. And then grounding our feet, remember that we practice as a tree. And then imagine to root our feet deep into the earth. So we are creating a steady foundation so that we can lengthen our spine and top of our head to the sky. Then bring our palms together to heart center. Let's move with our breath, mind-free. Take a big inhale, hands reach out and up. So take it slowly so that we can pay attention to our movement and how our body feels looking up. And on our exhalation, soften your knees, bend forward. If you can spread our arms wide like a bird, and you might use the block in front. Inhale, halfway left, top of your head forward, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, bend your knee, bend forward, head down. We want to continue a few more rounds like this. Inhale, halfway left, top of your head forward. And then exhale, bend your knee, bend forward, head down. One more time. Inhale, halfway left. And then exhale, let's bring our hands down and knee down to table first. From tabletop, tuck our toes under. And then bend your elbow towards back, moving our chest forward and slowly belly to the mat. All right, so palm is under the shoulder. Open our fingers wide and point your toes. Inhale, rise into cobra pose. Squeeze our legs together down to the mat and just open. Then exhale, lift your hips to table, then child pose. Pull our hips back. So you might bring your hips to the heels or keep your hips high, as you like. Then tuck our toes under, coming to downward facing dog. Lift your hips up. And enjoy the stretch to the back of the leg. And head relax. Maybe moving your head side to side. All right. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step between our hands. Inhale, half left. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, strong leg, grounding our feet down first. You might bend your knees and rising up. Hands reach out and up. Exhale, bring our palms together to heart center. Pretty good. Okay, I have a mother-in-law is visiting. Then how you move your shoulder, you are doing very good. Inhale, hands reach out and up. So when we injured or stop moving, it's become more tighter. So keep moving. Inhale, halfway left. And then exhale, let's bring our hands down and the knee down to tabletop. Open our fingers wide, tuck our toes. Now we're gonna move ourselves forward. So your chest is forward using our toes. Then bend your elbows belly down. Okay, so this time let's do cobra with hands back. Interlace your fingers. And point your toes. Top of your feet press down. Exhale, fully relax. Inhale, lift up, chest open. Pull our hands back. Then exhale, let it go, drop. Inhale, rising up again. So we are contrasting, working hard and chest up. Then exhale, letting go. So contrasting, the energizing, then relaxing. Inhale, rising. Then exhale, let it go. 2 more times. Inhale, rising. Squeeze our buttock, legs down. Then exhale, let it go. And last one, inhale, rising. Then exhale, let go. And drop both hands by your side and bend your knees. Then let's wind wipe your legs. So key is to slow movement and paying attention how you can move the body or body part. Once you rest it, or once you have a kind of a break, not moving the body, you can feel it. I can feel it if I didn't practice for a few days or a week. Greatly, it's different. So don't discourage. So don't be discouraged. So just we start again. We practice again and again. Okay, so our issues always comes up, different kind of issue always we have. But work with that. All right. So now we're gonna bring our forearm to the ground. So it's called Sphinx pose. So you might bring your legs together, or if that's pinching to your lower back, you might open your legs wider. Then forearms parallel to each other if you can make it parallel. But if it's your elbow is out, that is totally good. Okay. And then squeeze our buttock, legs down, inhale, chest forward. Then try to see if you can create a space to your neck. So shoulder down, then your ear is reaching upward. So we are definitely using this back muscle, buttock. Back muscle means along the spine. Then glute, the buttock muscle, and your legs. One more breath. Then pelvic floor. And then exhale, slowly release, chin down. Then spread our arms to the side. So spread our arms wide and open fingers wide to the ground. All right. Then inhale, right leg upward. So we are squeezing our buttock and lift your right leg, however it's left. Then bend your right knee. The right toe is coming to the left side of the mat. But maybe not touching. That is okay. But find the length or openness to the inside of your left arm. If that's not so comfortable, you can move your left arm back. Back means towards your hips. Then maybe, if this is available, move your right arm up also and towards your right toe. Maybe not able to catch it, but that is okay. But if you catch it, then kick into our hand. And maybe lift your chin a little bit up to find the openness to the throat. One more breath. And again, if you are not so comfortable, you can adjust it. Find a way to be comfortable. Then release. Okay. So coming onto the ground, belly down. Then again, spread our arms wide. The palm is facing down. Then we're going to do the other side. Inhale, left leg up. Then bend your left knee. So if you squeeze your glute, your left foot going towards the back. All right, gradually moving your left toe towards your right side on the ground, or maybe not. And maybe your right hand is more comfortable if it's towards the back. Let's see. Then maybe you can be just here or left hand goes back and finding your left toe. Yeah, I'm getting my left shoulder is getting tighter, so I cannot reach comfortably. Okay. Then lift your chin up, or if you are tucking the chin in, maybe finding a space to the neck, front of the neck. All right. Then gradually let's release that. Coming onto the ground. Then relax. So now rotate your arms in, palm face up, and just rest. And I feel like you might bend your knees and wind wiping your legs right and left and relax your buttock and lower back. Okay, then let go. Then bring our palms under the shoulder. We are coming on to the child pose. So there's so many ways to come. Palms down, or you might bring your forearms down first, then lift your hips, then pull our hips back and moving your knees forward, then child pose or puppy pose. Then if you are child or either puppy pose, spread our hands forward, open your fingers wide. Then gradually gradually moving your fingers wide and feeling the openness to the inner armpit. Then let's lift your hips. Then tuck our toes, downward facing dog. Then walking our feet forward gradually. Then let's slowly rising. Soften your knees, lounge your back, and let's stand up. All right. So let's do the standing balance pose. So you are welcome to use the wall, or you can use the furniture that will make you steady. So it's a tree pose. Since we talked about tree, it's a good to be tree. So first, let's shift our weight to your right foot. I'm doing a mirror for you. Right foot down. Then gradually lift your left heel up. Then move your left knee out so that your inner left foot, your sole of the left foot is coming to the right inner ankle. So you might be just here, toes down to the mat, then palms together to tree pose. Or you might slide your left foot inner ankle to move the foot a little bit higher to the calf, or maybe over the knee. It depends how you are comfortable in this. But important part is that you become a tree. So imagine how you can spread the root down to the earth underneath of your right foot. Then feel the legs, the hips and torso are growing upward like a trunk of the tree. Then maybe your hands can lift like a branch of the tree or a leaf of the tree. Or you might keep your hands palms together. So always a balanced pose. It's important to have the root, the steady foundation. Without steady foundation, we might not balance. One more breath. And then exhale, slowly release. Okay, let's relax our legs. You might shake your legs and hands if you like. Then again, the balance pose helps to focus our mind. I'm congested a lot. It's hard to talk. But anyway, so the drishti, which is the eye gaze, also mental gaze. So we point one spot to focus your attention. But if your mind is wandering here and there, that's how we lose our balance, right? It's the same way. So balance in our life, if we have so many things going on. So just we focus the task right now. Our practice is be here and now. All right, other side. Left foot down. Yeah, that's how we start. Rooting down. Then pick up our right heel up. Then rotate your right leg out and knees point out or some degree out. Then maybe right foot stay inside of the ankle, or maybe slide your foot up a little bit to the calf, maybe to the thigh, but avoid the knee area. Palms together. There are so many great practice, but here we practice being this moment, this place, and our gaze, then our breath. All that helps to be here and now. Maybe spread our hands wide for the branch of the tree. Then growing your tree higher, upward. One more. Then slowly lower. All right. Then still standing feet together. Inhale, hands reach out and up. Then exhale, bend your knee, bend forward. Yeah, this is a way to come down. And bring our hips down to the mat. You might sit down, then stretch your legs forward, please. Okay, so let's do Janshasana. Bend your right knee, right foot inside of your thigh. So that's the same way that our tree pose was working. So feel the inner growing of the right leg stretches and open. Then the belt is to the left foot. Then inhale, hands reach to the sky. Then grounding our left leg and right hand reach up. Then exhale, bend forward. So your belly or your torso is hovering over the left leg. So wherever you go, that is perfect, and be there. Then we are experimenting our own body, how our body works today. So not comparing with others. Then you might use, so beneficial of this pose is to opening our hips, the right side. And then the left side of the leg, Achilles tendon, calf, back of the knee, hamstring, and your hips to open, the lower back. So thinking that maybe that's the benefit. So whatever the shape is, it doesn't matter, but hopefully receiving that benefit. One more breath. And then exhale, slowly rising. All right. So now moving your right knee. So I don't do mirror right now. Right knee is moving backward. So you might face to the longer side of the mat. Okay, so your left leg is to the side. Then opening wide. So the belt is still on your left foot, and the belt is coming behind you. Then inhale, hands reach to the sky and externally rotating your leg from the hip joint, and might feel the stretch to the inner leg. And then exhale, this left hand coming down to the left leg. Then right hand over the head. So we are opening the space between the left knee. Sorry, right knee, right hand. One more breath. So feel the openness to the rib cage, the side of the body. All right. Then right hand bend. Then rotate your arms back. So palm is facing back, sorry. Bend your elbows. Then catch the belt. And then rotate your torso open, wide, looking up to the sky. So we are pulling the belt at the behind, gently. So your shoulder, right shoulder, roll back a little bit. Then chin away from that right shoulder, opening the space between. This is a great practice to open the shoulder and the neck. You might move your chin in a different angle, not the way you might like to open. One more breath. And then let's release. Okay, so let's use the belt, pick up your left foot and bring it to, so you can actually, well, I like to change my direction, but you can bring your legs together and the legs is forward. Then this time, bend your left knee, left foot inside of your thigh. Then right leg goes straight forward. And then inhale, hands reach to the sky and grounding our legs to the mat. Then on our exhalation, bend forward. So your torso over the right leg. So moving our chest forward. Then use the belt maybe to hold on to the leg. So if you point your toes up, dorsiflexion, you might feel more stretch to the back of your knee. Or back of your leg. And then each exhalation, we sink in. Use the breath and relax. One more breath. And then rising up. Okay, so now your left knee is moving away from that right leg. So opening ourselves to the longer side of the mat. Then externally rotate your right leg. Then feel the stretch to the inner leg. And then inhale, hands reach up to the sky. Then right hand, the right leg. Then left hand over the head. Then holding the belt. Yep. Then as if your left knee is away from your left hand. One more breath. Then bring your left hand back. So, okay, so internally rotate. So palm is facing back. Then bend your elbow and catch the belt. Then roll our left shoulder back and down and find the length to the left side of the shoulder and the neck. Maybe lifting our chin up or change the angle of your chin to feel and find the comfort. And remember, each exhalation, we sink in with compassion, softness. Softness is a hard to practice. And relax in and relax, sink in. One more. Then gradually rising up. Okay, so let go the belt. Then let's bring our legs together. We're gonna lie down to the mat. So however you want to lie down, it's up to you. And you might have a broken belt close by. Then let's zip our legs together, gradually lower down if you like to use the core. Then when you arrive to the ground, reach our hands over the head. Let's stretch. Take a big inhale, stretch. Open our mouth, let it go. Relax. One more time, inhale. And open your mouth, let go. Okay. Let's bring the block under your buttock and lift your legs up. So if you like to do the halasana, you are welcome to do, which is your hips up and toes or legs over the head. But otherwise, you can rest your hips on the block and legs up. Then you might relax your legs. All right. Then if you are not using a block, lift your legs up to shoulder stand. Or you might just rest your hips on the block and legs up to the sky. And if you can, bring your legs together. Zip the legs. Then gradually lower down, bend your knees. And bring our feet to the ground. Assume you might have a block under your hips. So you might just stay here, but make sure to lengthening our lower back, so do not pinch the lower back. So that means your upper back needs to move away from the block if you feel too much extension on the lower back. And if you like, you might have a second height of the block to rest your hips, like a supported the bridge pose. Or if you like, you might stretch one leg at a time to open and feel the hip flexor and the front of the pelvis, then switch to the others. Then some people like to do the both legs at the same time, and you are welcome to do so. And if you like, you might do the bridge pose without a block. So lift your hips up and try to reach the heels and lift your hips. Or you might just keep your hips on the block. One more breath. All right. Slide the block away, lift your hips, then hands goes over the head, lift your heels up. Then on our exhalation, slowly release our back, each vertebra at a time. Then drop your knee to the right and left. Right and left. Relax our lower back, relax your belly. Then cross your leg right over the left leg. Then bring your both knee towards the chest. Then gradually moving your knee to the right side and twist. Spread our arms wide. Then come back to center. Then the other way. Cross your left leg over the right. Then move your knee towards the chest first so we can lengthen the lower back. Then gradually moving your knees to the left side and let's twist. Then come back to center. And let's rest in Shavasana. Lie down to the mat. Close your eyes. And let our body rest. And soften. If you like to imagine the water floating on the water surface, that is a good practice too. So more you relax, you can float. And soften everywhere. If you find any tension someplace, and send the breath there, or deep exhalation and relax that area. Gently bring in our awareness, the fingers and toes. And feel the air coming in through the nose. And notice we are breathing here. Our body is breathing. We have this body, this mind, and this heart. Such a precious life. And reach our hands over the head. Let us stretch from toes to fingertips. Take a big inhale, stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth, let it go. Bring your knee to the chest to give a nice hug to yourself. Thanks to our body, mind and heart, whatever we have this moment. And roll on to one side. Then gradually coming up to a comfortable seated position. The Pima Children's quote that we already have everything we need. There is no need for self-improvement. We already have everything that we need. Take a big inhale, hands reach to the sky. And exhale, bring our palms together to heart center. Anjali Mudra, gesture of loving awareness. May this yoga practice benefit you and everyone. and may everyone be happy and free from suffering. Thank you very much for letting me guide through your practice, sharing your time space together. Namaste. Thank you so much.